And the thing is, media and press are quite fickle. When we're done with you, okay, we're a little bit like one of these dudes who are not serious. You will never see us again. Okay, we will thank you very much. We will even say, hey, I will call you again. And we ain't calling you. We ain't saving your number. We ain't saving your name. You will never see us again. You know those dudes? That's how the press can be. Morning's 5 in 5, and that's where I give you 5 tips in about 5 minutes about a point of interest to help you either in your personal life or in your business life. I want to talk to you about PR and publicity because the Institute of Public Relations basically said that PR is all about reputation. It's the result of what you do, what you say, and what others say about you, and that PR is a discipline that is extremely important for all businesses these days. And what I will say actually is that where PR is different now is that it's no longer about paying a big company huge sums of money to handle your business for you. A lot of people are actually out there doing it for themselves. But the question is, how do you not just make a positive impact with your PR, but how do you get free coverage? How do you attract new customers? How do you put word out on the streets, as it were, that attracts business to wanting to work with you? Now, just to give you an idea, okay, press coverage is a fantastic way of getting good PR. And what's really interesting these days is that press coverage does more than what adverts do, because you'll put an advert out and people will be like, no, okay then, I might give you a call. You get good PR and people are like, who is that person? I want to work with them. And that's when they will be tripping over their own feet to come and give you the shmoney. And that's what we want them to do. Okay. So good PR raises awareness for your company, your product and your services. It will automatically attract new customers to you. It will entice investors. It will help you get goodwill with your clients. It encourages changes in behaviors, attitudes and perceptions, and it builds trust in your brand. So here's 5 ways that you can get good PR going and get people like me and people all around the country who are in even bigger and better positions to give you even more press and PR than I can, to take notice of you and what you are doing and to do all of the good stuff that's going to get you some extra coins. Number 1, simplify your brand. Now, I must admit, I've been in a process of doing this recently, particularly for someone I think like me who wears different hats on different days, you know, or sometimes different hats on different hours of the day. Like, who needs a different day? So, you know, one minute I'm working in financial in the financial industry as a strategist and quality and business manager in effect, and then the next minute I'm a journalist, you know, and then outside of that I'm coaching in femininity. Like, I'm out here just doing all sorts of things. It's confusing to people. I do understand that. I can't help but be eclectic in my approach to life. So one of the things I've been doing recently is really working hard on simplifying my branding and putting things in the right place. So when you go to Financial Style, you find Financial Style. When you go to Marisha Stevenson, you find me. And when you go to Femininity at 40, you find that there too. Okay, so it's getting us all in the right place at the right time. So think about the same thing. Simplify your brand, make it so that you're easy to find, and make it so that people can easily understand what you're about. I know I've still got more work to do, but that's what we've got to do. Number 2, participate in social media, okay, to share your thoughts on your chosen subject. As a journalist, I'm telling you now, that is big. That is actually really big. A lot of times, if I want to find people on really sort of different subjects, I mean, no, I can't even think of an example right now quickly enough, but there can be random subjects that come up and you suddenly think, you know what, I want to find somebody who can speak on that subject. Actually, often it's the people in the comments boxes that are the ones that you contact, as opposed to the person who says they're a professional in it or what have you, because you can see what their opinion is and you can see what direction they're taking it in. So consider that. Thirdly, understand the relationship structures within press. Okay, journalists talk to each other. Understand that we do. We share information. We share clientele, as it were. We also share when you mess us about. Understand that that is a real situation and that really does happen. I say that because people don't understand and they think that they can kind of mess with one journalist and then think that everybody else is going to be good with you. Only if that journalist don't have a tongue and don't talk. I'm just saying. So behave. But understand how our structures work. Understand who has the power in a press office as well, okay? And understand how to communicate with them in a way where we then want to speak to you. Fourthly, be nice. Yeah? Be nice. And more so, I would say be nice, but also be genuine. Don't be disingenuous. Okay? A lot of us are quite intuitive as journalists. We don't like disingenuous people. If we see that you just come in for the foolishness, you won't be coming again. And number 5, be very careful. Now, controversy is one of these things that gets a lot of people listened to. And I know some people who are out there trading on controversiality and controversial subjects. But just be careful that in a nutshell, they don't take you on your puppy show, okay? Because that's exactly what happens to people who are overly controversial. You will get wheeled out on a regular basis, but you will be getting wheeled out to look like somebody's fool. I'm just saying. And the thing is, media and press are quite fickle. When we're done with you, okay, we're a little bit like one of these dudes who are not serious. You will never see us again. Okay, we will thank you very much. We will even say, hey, I will call you again. And we ain't calling you. We ain't saving your number. We ain't saving your name. You will never see us again. You know those dudes? That's how the press can be. So don't make them turn your poppy show. And actually, I'm going to add a 6th as a bonus. Have a clear message. What will happen when you step into any situation or studio or interview or what have you is that the press, the producers, have their own idea of what they want you to do, and so we will ask you questions and lead you in a direction that suits our agenda. But if you actually really want to get new customers out of it, or you want people to really think, well, who is this person, I want to learn more about them, have a clarity in your message and get your message out regardless. Because I can almost tell somebody who's media trained, because I'll say to them, you know, so the sky is blue this morning and loads of people love a blue sky. And a media trained person will go, absolutely it is. And I love a blue sky too. But guess what? If you call me, I'm going to tell you how to turn it green. That's how you know a media trained person, okay? Whereas the non-media trained person goes, it is, isn't it? Isn't that great? And then walks out of there 10 minutes later going, I wish I'd have said this, I wish I'd have thought about that, I wish I'd have put that out there. So, you know, think about what your message is when you're walking in, and that will give you a much better experience of the entire situation. All I can say is, please let me know what you want to hear about on our 5 in 5. Hit me up. financialstyle.media is the website, or you can get us at Financial Style on Instagram, and tell me more about the subject that you want to learn a little bit more about. When we come back, I'm going to give you a list of bank accounts that will be better for you and your business if you are looking to go in that direction. And in the meantime, I'm going to bring you some smoke from local girl Amina. We'll be back after this.